Students, in this video I am going to discuss question answers from input in Java. So first name the following. Question number 1, a package needed to import a scanner class. So students, that package is java.util package. Okay, and here you can see that util is actually the package which has got the scanner class, and util belongs to the Java package. Util is a package, but it belongs to the Java package. And please notice that everything is written in lowercase. Alright. After that, we have question number 2. A method that accepts a character through scanner object. Alright. So here, students, the method is char at. Which method? Char at. And please notice the cases here, that A is capital, A of at is capital. Okay, one example I have given here to make you understand it better. What is the question that accepts a character? It says a method that accepts a character through scanner object. So scanner object is here, SC, which you will create in the program. Then next is a function, actually it's a string function that will be called using the SC or scanner object. Then we pick up the 0th character, means of that string. So actually we are sending the single character. So that is why sc.next.char at 0. So when we have to write the method for inputting the character, we just write char at 0. If the complete statement has been asked, then you can write like this: scanner object dot next parenthesis dot char at parenthesis. All right. And if the proper statement has been asked as an example, so that will be the example: char c equal to sc dot next char at 0. All right. All right. After that, students, we have question number 3. A package needed to import a stream reader class. So for that, students, we have got the package IO that belongs to the Java package. Just like here, it was earlier, it was java.util for scanner. So for stream reader classes, we have got IO package. So that belongs to the Java package. So it will be written java.io. All right. And you can again notice that all the letters are small. Okay. Or it's lowercase. Fine. After that, students, we have a method to accept an exponential value through a scanner object, right? So means decimal is there in the number, then which method will be used? So scanner objects next double method, and here you can notice it is having the D capital. D of double is capital. Double is the data type, you remember. So here doubles D is capital and no space is there. Rest of the characters are of lowercase. All right. And don't forget the parenthesis. So for int, it's next int. For float, it's next float. For long, it's next long. For a string, it is next. And for a string, one more function is there, that is next line. Next cannot read spaces, but next line read the spaces also. So it's generally for string we use next line. Okay. Now after that, students, we have question number 5, a method that accepts an integer token through a scanner object. So I've already told you, for that we use next int. For any integer, so I will be capital here. Please notice that I will be capital, I of int. Okay. After that, students, we have here write down the syntax with reference to Java programming. Now to accept an integral value p through stream class. So students, always remember, when stream class input is there, so we have to create objects of two classes. One is input stream class and one is the buffer reader class. So just to make it sensible, I have written name of the object as ISR, because I of input, S of stream, R for reader. Otherwise it's your choice, you can pick up any name. Only one thing you have to keep in your mind: it must not begin with the digit and it must not be a keyword. These are the two very important rules for that. Okay. Then we have got buffer reader, so we have got BR, so B of buffered and R for R of reader. Okay, but one more thing I want to clarify here. Generally students make a mistake that they forget to write ED here. They write just buffer reader. So always practice this, that we have to write buffered reader. Okay, now input stream reader, 3 words are there. So just to make it more readable, what these people have done, they have created Java that they have kept inputs I capital, streams S capital, and readers R capital. So first letter of every word is capital, right? So that way it will be easy for you to remember. Okay. Now students, here we see next one is input stream reader ISR equal to new stream reader. So this is a constructor, and new is there is used to create the object and allocate memory at the time of object creation, and then one parameter or one argument has been passed there, system.in. It's very easy to remember because system.out.println you always use for the display. So here for input we have to pass the object of this object in with the system. Okay, system.in. Now input stream reader ISR equal to new input stream. Again you have to write the same name because the constructor and the class name are always same. Constructor will be taught later, but as of now you have to just keep in your mind this thing. And system.in is a parameter or argument here, and it is terminated with a semicolon now, the entire statement. After that students, we have buffered reader. Its object is BR equal to new to allocate memory, and constructor buffered reader, it has the same name as of the class because constructor always has the same name, and it is a function, that's why parenthesis is always there after the constructor name. Now this time argument is ISR. ISR is what? ISR is the object of input stream reader, right? So these two things are to be connected because data input stream reader, basically we are talking about the keyboard, and when the data comes and then it is transferred and kept into the buffer, and from buffer data is read. How it is read, you can see here int p equal to integer dot parse int. It's integer type value which is to be stored into the integer type variable. So generally data which we send from the keyboard, whether you are sending a number or a character any string, so everything will be actually taken as flow of bytes, that is a string. Okay, so we have to convert that into a proper data type. So it's integer int here, so int is required, so we have to convert that using the parse int function. Remember students, I is capital here, right? So parse int function, that belongs to an integer class. Integer I is capital, this is a wrapper class. Alright, wrapper class. So all these topics will be discussed in detail. As of now you have to just remember that. So 3 statements, one is input stream reader object creation, second is buffer reader object creation, and third is input to the variable. Alright, so br.readline is actually the statement. Integer.parseInt has been used to convert that into the proper data type. Readline is a method of with this br we have used here for the input. Okay.